everybody. Back for another Rollers of Fate adventure. We've got our original three-person team here. Stickman425, Horatio Nelson, and Telly, also known as Thrug. What are their names? Thrug, Edwin Johnson, and Orthanic Stormborn. Welcome back to the table, guys. We're going to see about getting you all the way to Phandalin today.
Awesome, awesome.
Sweet. Okay, so last we left off, just to recap, for those that didn't see the stream last time, or for those of you that were in and don't remember, you guys, throughout your various lives before traveling to Neverwinter, um, ended up in Neverwinter for whatever your personal reasons were. You met a gentleman named Channy who hired you or basically recruited you into a guild called the Azure Cloaks. The guild came from the Moonshell Isles, trying to establish a foothold on the Sword Coast. And for that, he basically found some work for you guys to kind of establish good relations. You saved a merchant's warehouse in the city from a giant spider and a couple of spider swarms. Um, and after a week or two of odds and end jobs, um, Cheney brings up a, a town called Phandalin, who's about 3 days south of Neverwinter, that is seeking aid from adventurers. And this is a good chance for the guild to kind of establish good relationships around the region. Um, Jancy also said they are constantly recruiting members and will possibly send help as needed. And just to kind of be good, be good guild members and not disgrace the Azure Cloaks. Obviously, jobs pay gold, and you will be paid for your time as well. Leaving Neverwinter, traveling south along the high road, you ended up on the first night spotting a griffin in the sky. Um, it dove down away from you, and when inspecting it, it looked like it was attacking a group of orc travelers, killing its giant wolf as its mount. It kind of took off with that, and you guys went back to camp to only be attacked that morning, the next morning, by those orcs seeking food, seeking supplies, and thinking that possibly you were an easy target. Um, Killing the orc running at you in the vanguard. The others kind of got hesitant, and Stormborn told everyone to stop and go home. And they basically raised their hands up, asked for the body of their fallen comrade, and left. You later found out that they were fleeing from the hills to the south east of you because of some monster that has come into the area, and they were traveling north. You watched them set a pyre for their orc that was slain by you guys. They collected what supplies they had left and headed off north, and you guys headed back south. The next whole day, the second day, was pretty uneventful until early evening when you came across a gentleman who was kind of leaning against a rock, wearing breastplate armor, had a heavy crossbow over one shoulder, a great sword, and a long sword on his hip and a shield. And he saw Thrug, your Hexblade Warlock companion, and wanted him as a pet. Um, Edwin, the Goliath, basically said, "Well, how much are we talking about here?" In which case, the group was kind of not too happy about that, but a fight ensued anyway. You guys completed that encounter with the veteran's death, um, though it was a very interesting way that he died, running away from you at one point and stripping off his armor because it might be a smart thing to do. Besides that, that is where we left off. You guys just set up camp. Stormborn, your retainers. One of them is drawing the symbol of that was on the shield. It looks like some kind of military company or military symbol, but you couldn't identify where it was from. And that is where we leave off on the night of the second day. What are you guys doing?
Just to clarify, it is now night, like
It
you just
is
said.
nighttime, correct?
Okay.
Well, retainers, let's set up camp. And while you guys do that, I'm going to dig a hole for this fine fellow we killed on the.
Okay. Your retainers set about unpacking bags. There are 3 bedrolls. They give one to you, obviously. The other 2 will share. And anyone else who has gear, they also will set that up for you guys, basically establishing a camp. They ask if you wanted a fire. It is the end of summer coming into the fall, so nights do get a little chilly. Um, but it's completely up to you. They're looking at you, Stormborn.
A small fire, not large.
Very good, sir. And they go about setting up a fire and preparing the rations into something a little more edible than just hardtack and dried meats. And within a few moments there, Stormborn, you have dug a hole. It takes maybe about 15, 20 minutes, but you've dug a sufficient enough grave for the gentleman.
I lay him to rest, cross his arms, put the shield on top of him, and start burying.
All right. Edwin, what are you doing?
I'm eating what would be lunch or would it be
dinner.
dinner at this point? Dinner, yes.
Right.
Making
Eating
sure that the portion's big enough.
You fat bastard.
Will do. And how about you, Thrug? What are you up to?
I guess I was just gonna suggest that I will take first watch again, just because I don't really feel like a griffin eating me this time around again. So.
Will do. Will do. Yeah. So dinner is served. The burial is complete. Um, the dinner they basically took. If you guys take off one ration from each of your character sheets, they basically take all of your rations and turn it into almost like a soup with some of the bread. They soften it up, holding the hard bread over the steam of the soup to soften it up and make it edible. And they basically serve out the portions to everybody. The retainers taking the least amount, making sure you guys have the lion's share.
Where's the meat?
They take some out of the soup and pop it into your bowl. It's dried, it's dried pieces of meat. You guys haven't hunted or anything, so there's no real fresh meat. Um, but it's only been 2 days out of the city, so the food isn't terrible. You guys aren't necessarily feeling the the ills of eating trail rations for a week on end. And the pages kind of the retainers look up you, Stormborn. If there's nothing else, sir, may we turn in?
Help me doff my armor, and then you are all well set to go to bed.
Very good, sir. And the 3 of them clamber up alongside of you and start unbuckling straps and removing the your splint mail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, removing your splint armor, setting it down on a kind of like a blanket, um, polishing it up real quick, making sure everything's nice and oiled, and then they kind of turn in. What are you guys doing?
Thrug, you're going to keep first watch, correct?
I think that's a good idea.
I trust you. I will. I'll take second watch, and this fat guy over here can take third watch.
Hmm?
As he looks up from his bowl of soup.
I'll see you in 4 hours, Thrug.
All right.
And I will commence sleeping.
All right,
You
wonderful.
robot.
And that's 4 hours is considered a short rest, right?
4 hours would be considered a short rest. You wouldn't gain any benefit from a long rest. But should you have your first 4 hours and then take a rest and then go back to sleep, you guys will consider each having a long rest. Thrug, can you go ahead and give me a perception check, please?
Yes.
Persuading a mystical
I'm
force.
persuading the knight.
Yes.
So that would be a 7. Sorry, an 18. No, 19. 19. Jeez.
19.
Can't count
All right.
today.
Yeah, the night kind of goes along. The early part of the evening goes along pretty uneventfully. Um, you manage to finish your shift. You wake Stormborn up for his. You kind of curl into your you know your your cloak that you have, unless you have a bedroll. And you manage to kind of fall asleep. Um, Stormborn, give me a perception check as well.
Roger.
Jack.
Yes.
Full disclosure, I totally messed that up. I read my persuasion because he said persuasion, and then so that would actually was just a 14. That was just a 14. I
All right.
apologize.
You still didn't see anything. No worries.
Okay. Okay.
I'm at a 9.
A 9. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, it's dark. The sun's, gone from the sky. The clouds kind of have rolled in, as it does in the fall, blocking out the stars to kind of, leave. All you have is your campfire.
I hold my halberd close and I pray to Tyr to show me any danger that would come.
Will do. Tally, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I do actually get a +2, so I'm not too worried, but we will see. 15.
15 altogether. Okay. Yeah, you when you fall asleep, you fall asleep pretty soundly. Um, and you almost feel like a cold grip is like gripping onto your wrist. It doesn't wake you up, but it's enough that you kind of feel it while you're sleeping. Kind of remember it when you wake up tomorrow, but you don't really have any other effects from that night's sleep. Um,
Okay.
Stormborn, your shift goes completely uninterrupted, no problem. And are you waking up Edwin?
I will go to wake up Edwin.
All right, will do.
All
Edwin,
right, so all right, so I've technically had 8 hours of sleep, correct?
correct.
Mhm.
You have full rested.
Okay.
You would have a long rest. now.
Yep. So you can give
Okay.
yourself a long rest for your
And
recovery.
Thrug, you would be at a short rest.
Currently.
Yes. Yeah. Although it doesn't make a difference for me either way at this point.
Right. That's all sorted.
What are you doing, Edwin?
Oh, I'm just doing the watch.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, please. Okay. Yeah, the whole night goes completely uneventfully. The sun rises. Everyone has a full rest. Feel free to click that off on the D&D Beyond. And again, for those of you watching, there should be the D&D Beyond extension working on my Twitch, so you can see everybody. And that is about it. Awesome. So yeah, so you guys wake up in the morning to the smell of food cooking again. The retainers kind of are making a meal um, out of what's remaining from the trail rations from the night before. One of them happened to find a small thrush's nest and has a couple of small eggs that they've cracked into the food, and they serve up a dish and kind of pack up camp for you. And what are you boys doing?
I'm going to don my armor
All right.
and start eating breakfast.
Okay. Will do. You figure that you're about one day out from Phandalin, or maybe if you push hard, you could probably make it, before, midnight on the next day. But it'll probably take you a full day of traveling. If you push it and pick up the pace, you may be able to make it by sunset to Phandalin.
Oh, let's get this meal, boys. Let's get to our post.
All right.
Will do. So yes, so the the retainers kind of pack up your camp, put it all back into their backpacks and hoist them up on their backs, and you guys continue heading off. 5 miles down the road, you come to a road sign with an arrow pointing east that says Phandalin, and you guys take that route. Another 5 miles, another 10 miles. So you've gone about 15 miles so far. You come across at the crossroads. You guys come across a scene of a little bit of devastation to some extent. Hold on. Pop. Okay. Let's see, I gotta size that down. That is too big.
Demon horse.
Yep, so we can move your characters over to this map.
Is that a devil's ride ice? No.
No, yes, it definitely is, because it is upside down. Wow, that horse has got amazing skill.
There we go.
Hmm.
All right.
This
Yeah, you
looks-
guys come across to a wrecked wagon up ahead of you. There seems to be one wheel missing from the wagon. It's tilted onto its side. Two of the horses are dead. And from what you can see, there appears to be smoke or something coming from, let's get brown or gray. You guys see smoke coming from this area just beyond.
Right. This looks ominous.
What are you doing?
I will ask Tyr if anything, if I should feel uneasy about this predicament.
All right, why don't you give me
Situation.
a religion check there?
It's a 2. It's a no, fuck. Jesus. It's a 10.
It's a 10. Yeah, so again, you kind of don't feel anything from your god, but you do feel a little bit unease with a ruined cart, kind of sitting there.
Hmm.
Well, I think we should approach this carefully.
I would tend to agree.
Awesome.
Does it look like the cart hit something, or does it just look like the horses were shot?
From where you are, give me a perception check.
I'm not very perceptive today. 7.
Yeah, you can't
We're
tell
on the
from
other.
this distance. Yeah.
Fuck that die.
Okay. So I will. I think it's best that I start leading this.
Yes, go ahead, Brute.
Yes, I will. Just move to about here, and then I will. Can I also do a perception check from here? Or...
Yeah, you can do a perception check from there. Sure.
11.
11. You don't see anything.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
at the moment, I don't feel uneasy about this because
Yeah,
I'm not
I
seeing
see-
anything of danger.
Yeah, everything seems.
What do you think, Kobold?
I'm gonna see if I can't take a flank.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like move my guy kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because we don't have to like adhere to like turns, right? We can just
Well,
move it
yeah.
with-
Since I put the map down, yeah, just adhere to actually your movement. But yeah, you don't have to go by turns or anything like that. So.
So everyone can move whatever your movement is per everybody else moving, I guess.
Do I see any bodies? Like humanoid?
Give me another perception check.
Jesus criminy. Okay. That didn't see anything. That was an 8. I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, I'm gonna move towards the cart then. 1, 2, 3.
And
4.
stop right there.
There. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Eh.
That'd
You
be okay.
you end up seeing one body there, but what's your armor class?
It's 16.
16. Okay. 16 plus. Let's see. 4.
That doesn't sound good.
You get hit.
Right.
An arrow shoots out from one of the bushes nearby you and deals 7 points of damage to you.
Ouch.
And you hear the sounds of goblins.
It's a cave troll. No.
Don't even say that.
Laying in ambush, one of them, this one,
Just shot me.
just shot you. The others will get to go now too. So we have 2 more archers shooting. And let's see, we have 1 at Othric Stormborn. And what's your
They
armor?
are all shooting at disadvantage, right? 'Cause they're shooting through trees or.
They're shooting through, but yeah, those are bushes. Those are
Yeah,
kind
bushes,
of tall
okay.
bushes and stuff. What's your armor class there, Othric?
19.
19. That one misses. And Edwin, what's your armor class again? 18?
16.
16. That one just misses you.
Oof.
And these guys don't do anything yet. All right, roll initiative, my friends.
Righty. Oh god, 7.
At 7.
I got
Okay.
10.
We're not very good at initiative, are we?
These are rookie numbers, boys.
we lack initiative in this
Don't-
engagement.
Keep in mind, your dex based, right, Tally? So you adding your dex modifier? Because I think that's what determines initiative.
Oh, it's a +2, yeah.
Yep. Thrug, what did you get altogether?
It was 7.
And
Same as
Edwin?
Gary.
7.
And Stormborn?
10.
10. All right, let me roll.
We did amazing.
I know, right?
Gonna roll for
I
the
was actually
archers
almost had a really good
first,
number.
and roll
it
for the
rolled over.
melee guys second. Let's see. Their initiative is a +2, so that's a 12 and a 5. Okay.
So just for reference, are these like these rocks that are on the map? Are they like chest high or are they like full like
They
cover?
would give you which rocks?
These ones here?
Those are pretty big. Yeah, those would
Yeah.
give you almost full cover behind them, if not 3/4 coverage.
Right.
All right, and then we had 5 for those guys. We're actually in somewhat already the correct order. All right, the archers get to go again as
Right.
they whoop and yell and in their goblin tongue and and shoot arrows.
None of us speak goblin, right?
No.
Not that you know of. All right, so
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 is Edwin. 4, 5, 6 is Othric. 1, 2, 3 is Edwin. All right, that's it. Edwin 1 arrow. Othric 1 arrow, and the third, Edwin. All right, Edwin, 2 arrows are flying at you.
Yes.
Oh God, don't go in that bag. I've got to change that. I have to figure out how to stop that. It's annoying. All right, first arrow missed you. Second arrow missed you. Othric, arrow coming your way. That's an 18.
That's a miss.
That's just a miss. All right, so arrows are just flying at you, and these guys are feeling pretty bold. This guy because he missed, he moved up. Just to let you know, moving in the bush is difficult terrain or over the rocks, so each square takes double your movement. It is now dun dun dun. Stormborn, your turn.
Before picking up a weapon from my side, I grab my amulet and I pray to Tyr to bless us.
Okay, casting bless. So each of you now have an extra D4 for attack rolls and saving throws,
Oh,
as you feel the light of tears shine down upon you, the
how was that?
golden radiance of the god of war or
That
justice.
is awesome. Do I burn a little bit?
No, you're fine. You don't burn too much. But yes, it is now
Hold
your
on.
turn.
I
Yep,
get a bonus action.
that's true.
I'm gonna bring the spiritual hammer of Tyr flying dimension.
Swamp. It pops in. Check off that spell, the spell slot that you used to
Oh
cast it,
yeah,
and bring down the spiritual hammer. Which, folks, we are going to be finding a thing now. You can place it anywhere. I think within 60 feet
I
of you.
can. Yeah, I'm gonna place it right on over here,
we need a bonk.
and I'm gonna whack the one on the left or the right towards the
The
cart.
the melee goblin. All right,
Yep.
will do. Go ahead and give me a dice roll.
Yep. Oh, I get a D4 because I blessed myself, right?
Nope, spiritual hammer is not blessed.
Well, it's a weapon, right?
It is a
Attack.
weapon, but it is using your. Oh wait, it uses your
It's an
spellcast
attack roll.
modifier. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a,
So
it's an
yeah,
attack roll.
you got a D4 for it. Yep.
Haha.
I stand corrected, sir.
16. Oh, plus it'd be a 19.
Yep. All right, you hit him. Smack.
Good stuff.
Dunk.
And this is I think,
2 damage.
Is that
Oh, it's a D8. It's a D8.
it's a D8?
Good.
Is it radiant damage?
It is bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning?
Yeah, whatever form I make it take, I think it does that.
Gotcha.
Or is it force? Hold on a sec.
1d8. It's 1d8 force
damage.
Yep.
Okay.
1d8
damage.
plus your spellcasting modifier.
So 11.
You do 11 damage to him.
Oh, 10. 10 damage.
10 damage to him.
Damn.
Ah!
Whack.
Wow.
He has
Oh.
died.
Get
Whack.
fucked, goblin. In the name of Tyr.
All right. And with that, Edwin, your turn.
Right. So, with difficult terrain, will I be able to go in front of the hammer so I can hit the goblin, or is that too far?
Let's see. Well, it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. So you wouldn't be able to reach him, no.
Right. Okay. Case then, I am going to go here.
Okay. After the hail of arrows coming at you, you decide the best tactic would be to scramble backwards and dive behind some rocks.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Yeah. I'll use. No. That's it for my turn.
Okay, will do. Thrug.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I could do that, right? Because it's double.
Yes.
So that'd be okay. So that's exactly where I can go. Kind of position myself.
And you're
outside
still
this rock
covered,
here.
I think, because it's like a rock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then what I'm going to do, is I will cast Hex on this guy over here. So actually, wait, it's a 90 feet. Yeah, I can do that. So I'll cast Hex on this ranged goblin, and then I will use an Eldritch Blast on him.
Okay.
What are you hexing? Wisdom? Dexterity?
Who are you hexing? Which guy?
This one specifically.
This one right
guy
here?
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think everyone else is sort of. I don't know if this dead horse provides any extra cover or what.
No problem. So you're hexing this guy, and then what? You're Eldritch blasting him?
Yeah.
All right, will do. Go ahead and
And
roll.
I guess I'll reduce his. Let's just go with dexterity.
All right.
Seems fair.
Got a +5 to hit. Roll that d20.
Come on. Come on. That is a 17.
That will miss.
Ooh.
because he's in heavy cover, because he's waist high, like neck high in a bush. The added bush makes it hard for you to contact him, and the bolt of energy kind of skims across the top of his head and off into the distance.
Dastardly goblins.
The melee goblin's turn. Let's see, we have 5, 10, 15. What's her movement? 30 feet. 15, 20.
Like,
have
he's running
they
all the
seen
way.
me, by the way? Because I've been behind this rock over here, and then I kind of ran over.
Well,
to
the
this.
big bolt of lightning kind of coming out kind of gave you away, but 20.
But who knows where that came from? It could have reflected off something.
All right, he's ducking into the bush. This guy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right up to Othric. He's going to attack outright. And he rolls. He has a scimitar in his hand. And he rolls a 10! Misses you.
Puny creature.
Pretty much.
Tyr is displeased with your attempt.
And that will be that round. So we will start over with the archers. This archer is firing 1, 2. All right, 2 at Othric and 1 at Edwin.
So does this archer get a decreased chance of hit because of his dexterity getting reduced?
No, that's for saving throws.
Oh, it's just saving throws, right?
Yep.
That's honestly pretty good though, because
I
they're
believe
dex
it's
based.
just saving throws. Let me
It is saving throws, I
Is it?
believe.
Let me
Yeah,
just-
Or it's on checks involving that, I think, as well. It puts them at
On
disadvantage.
ability checks made with the chosen ability. Yeah,
Ability checks made with
the chosen ability.
ability checks. Well, an attack is a well.
I don't know. It's kind of
That's a good
obscured a little
question.
bit. I'm not really sure.
We'll I'll check that out after this session. And
Yeah,
anyone watching, feel free to chime in on the chat and let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. But here we go. Oh. Well, that's fine. The one that you hexed rolled a natural 1 anyway. And drops his arrow. The other one misses completely.
Yep.
And Edwin, a 19 will hit you.
Yeah, well, if the one that he hexed missed, then
Oh,
he
that's
can't hit.
true.
Then
That's
both of them
right.
are me.
So then one of them hit you.
Well, what AC is it?
That's a 19.
19.
That's gonna
I'll take it.
That should just hit you, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's that plus goblin. It's 2, so take 4 points of damage.
I laugh at this.
And you just break
And
the arrow.
Storeborn, it's now your turn.
Hello, puny goblin. Meet Mace. Or Warhammer.
My eyes! Oh,
I'm
not
gonna
that
move
kind
to
of mace.
whack him.
All right.
Oof.
Oh, hold on. I'm
Plus-
probably not gonna hit him. So no, I'm not gonna hit him. 7 plus 3, 10. No.
You have only a +3 to hit?
Plus 3, yeah. With my hammer,
Yeah, the Warhammer?
I believe so.
No, you're
Let me
at
look.
+5.
Oh,
Damage
plus
is
5.
+3.
12.
12?
My bad.
12. That will miss, but
Okay.
close. He brushes it off on some of the spiked armor that he has on his arm. He kind of just like deflects the blow slightly.
And I will
And he laughs
attempt
at you.
another hit at it. Oh, you laugh early, weakling. I attempt another hit because I'm a war priest.
Yeah, go for it.
Puny goblin.
Puny god. Oof.
13. I'm probably not gonna hit
You
again.
are not, and please make sure to
Fuck.
click off one of the war priest checks
Will
that
do.
you have. Awesome.
Fucking goblin.
All right. That is your turn. Are you moving anywhere? Or are you staying put?
I'll
Not one step.
move over here.
All right. Will do. You move over there. Edwin.
And does that give me full cover from the other archers?
It gives you 3/4 covers.
Yeah.
3/4. Yeah, about 3/4 cover. So +5 to your AC.
Come whack this bitch.
Yeah, I'm going to.
All
Right,
right.
I'm gonna. I'm
D20
going to-
plus a
so-
D4.
And I'm going to use my inspiration point so I get advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna make
Oh
sure
my-
this guy's gone. And I'm also going to take that -5 to hit, so I can actually do more damage.
Okay. Sounds good. Here we go.
Okay.
He's throwing it all out there.
He's going for the
There's
big
a
con.
crit.
20.
That's a crit.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's a crit. So he does
Okay.
plus 10 damage any crit. That
Yep.
guy's dead.
So let's just for he is dead, but let's just roll the dice to see what it would be. So I
yeah, let's
believe
roll this.
it is 4d6 plus 2d4 plus 10.
And he can re-roll all the ones and twos on the
On the
d6s.
D6s.
Oh my
That's right.
god!
Here we go. And the brute strikes. You can re-roll
Well, that's
that
a
one.
re-roll.
And
Oh,
this is
and
a
the wa-
re-roll.
Oh, that's a
yeah,
re-roll.
Yeah, it's yeah.
God.
And those are to keep. So that's 5,
So
10,
5.
16. Plus 6 is 22.
22
10,
plus 10, 32 damage.
Uh,
Oh my god!
would you like to describe exactly what you do to this little frail 7 hit point goblin?
Is that what you have?
Mhm.
Well, I don't even use the greatsword. I just drop it on the floor and then just grab his leg and his arm and just rip it in half. And because I do this, I just look at the other goblins and then don't even say anything, and then like in intimidation.
Roll I'll give you a d20. Yeah. Roll a d20.
Whereas
And I'll give you actually roll 2d20.
He gets the blessed die too, right?
No, that's for attack rolls and saving throws
Oh.
only. So roll
So
2d20, take the highest number. I'll give you advantage on this one.
Holy crap.
Right, so 14 plus my intimidation. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
So that's +5, so that's 19.
All right, the archers.
Oh my
And the
God.
fighters.
Oh my tear.
Ah!
You mess with the wrong group.
Actually, he's here. He takes off running. The other ones don't seem to move. And Thrug, it is your turn.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I will cast Armor of Agathis on me, and then I will position myself. 1 second. Let me think about this. So I go 1. That'd be 1, 2.
Remember, each movement in these
Oh,
bushes
that's
is
right.
doubled.
That's right. I'm trying to think about how the best way of doing this thing. Because if I move here and then I move here, that'd be an opportunity attack, right?
Where?
No, because you're
Right
moving
now,
within their range of
You're
attack.
still within range, so you can go in between the two. Sure.
Okay, that's where I want to go.
Yep.
And then what I'll do is I will take a hit at this guy. Actually, green flame blade. No, it's because I'm in between them. It won't work like that. Okay, so I will just take a slash at him with my
Okay.
long sword, and yeah, let's see what happens here.
Fire away.
Don't forget that D4.
Is the D4 for the chance of hit? Is that what
Yes.
it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Attack rolls only. Yep. Attack rolls and saving throws. Ooh, that hits.
Ooh, that's more than enough.
That's way more
Okay.
than enough.
Um,
Bless is amazing.
So let's see. It's a 1d8 because I am holding a shield. This guy. So it is a 5 plus 3. So there we go, 8.
5 plus 3, you kill him. You run him through.
Awesome. Damn, these guys are fragile.
Yeah. Edwin thinks maybe overdid it on one of the goblins.
Yeah, you made him into pulp.
You basically ran him straight through and put your blade into the rock, and then used your arms and ripped him in half. Like you
Oh
carved
my
him up like
God.
the shawarma meats at the markets, you know.
Oh, okay, that's graphic.
Yeah, and
Um,
you're like covered in goblin blood because you're right next to me. You're in the splash zone, but
All right.
Tier approved.
This goblin runs off the board, and it is now top of the round. I've got to make a check for these goblins.
Is it bad that I want this guy to actually hit me now? Because he will
He
literally
fails,
just freeze to death.
and let's see, 5, 10, 15,
Aw,
20.
I wanted him
But
to
you
hit
get an
me.
You're getting an
attack.
opportunity
You get an
attack.
attack of opportunity on
Yeah,
him.
but I wanted him to just freeze and die. all right, that works though. So let's see. Oh, do I also get the added dice for this, the opportunity
Yep,
attack?
yep.
Right.
All attack rolls.
That
9
would be
plus
a
3 is 12 plus.
plus a 5, so
You hit him.
be 17.
Yep.
15,
All
yeah.
right.
That bless is powerful. I like it.
It really is. It does help a lot.
9.
So I do oh wait, no, geez, wrong dice. Sorry. All right. So I do 9 damage.
Ah! You kill him as he like just comes out of your reach. You slash with your sword. You take him up.
Puny goblin.
Basically, take him in
Think
the
before
back
you
and
strike.
slash up,
We're
and you
the
see him
same
fall forward.
size.
This goblin that ran out of the bush at you drops its bow and pulls out a jagged, uh, like small short sword. You can tell that. Actually, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
I'm not very perceptive.
All right. It leaps into the air and comes down on you and hits you for a 20 with a 23. It's yelling. Its voice is a little high pitched, but it is yelling and it's angry and it's really.
What the dagger itself is?
No, the goblin.
Oh, the
But
goblin.
the dagger slides in between your splint plate around your shoulder and down into your near your neck. And ends up doing 9 points of damage to you. And this goblin is clinging to this blade, trying to use it almost like a saw blade to kind of, kill you, but completely enraged. It is now your turn.
Okay, I will move to pick this guy up off of my armor. I'll rip him off my shoulder.
All right, make a just an attack roll to grab him and rip him off.
That would be just an attack roll. Is that plus
Yep,
5?
that would be
So
a plus
14.
5. Yep, so 14. That will not be enough. You're scrambling to pull this guy off of you, and
Get
he's
this
just,
little shit off of me!
Edwin, your turn.
Right.
Hey, you might want to pull him off. I don't know.
Run
Get
him-
this little shit off of me!
He's gonna run it through with his sword and kill you in the process.
Yeah, right.
Don't you fucking do it!
I mean, I will kill it, but no, I'll attempt to rip him off the.
Okay, so
Grab him.
with him being occupied, he can't really see you coming. So I need you to make an athletics check. And
Okay.
it's going to be roll your athletics, and it's opposed to his strength saving throw to see if he gets pulled off.
So athletics. Is that a 7?
That is a 7. Yep. What's your athletics?
Yeah, plus 5, so it's 12.
12. Yep. So you tear him off quite easily. You basically grab him from the back of the his clothing or his armor and just rip him off. You're now holding him in the air. What would you like to do with him? You still have, you can chuck him, you can throw him to the ground, you can do whatever you want.
Do the mountain thing. Just
But what, like, crush, like, use my thumbs to crush
Yeah,
his
crush
eyes
his
in?
He just
head.
push his skull against the ground.
I
Fucking
do. I actually, will my strength allow that, Jack?
Um, you can try. He'll get an attack of opportunity trying to stop it because
Right.
you're just kind of you've got him with one hand and you're trying to use the other hand to crush his head. So
All
why
right,
don't
can
you
I-
go ahead and give me a
Hold
give
on.
me-
Actually, can I throw him against this rock that's next to us?
yeah, give me an athletics check versus a dex saving throw for the goblin.
No problem.
And this is the one that has disadvantage now. Grr.
on dex throws,
On
yeah.
dexterity saving throws. So
Oh wait, I forgot about the +4 actually.
So you're at a 6.
So should I just roll this one now?
No, you don't get. You don't get.
Do I not get that?
No, you don't get that for
Okay. So +5. So 17.
17.
17. All right, yeah. So you chuck him against the rock. Roll a d4 for damage.
Here you go.
4.
4 damage. All right, yeah, you heard him. He wins. He drops. This goblin drops to the ground. The weapon falls out of the hand. He's kind of the goblin's like dazed, and he's got little goblins running around in circles around his head while he's like trying to collect his thoughts. Thrug, what are you doing?
Well, let's get out of these bushes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right about there.
There, yeah. And this guy is the one that I hexed, so I'm gonna try just Eldritch blasting him at this point.
All right, will do. He is on the ground behind the rock, but you could probably actually if you move there, you'll be fine.
What
All right,
there?
Yep,
Okay.
go
all
ahead
right.
and give him an
All right.
attack.
It's probably gonna be crap. It totally was. I don't think that's hitting Jack.
No, it's
7.
not. It hits the rock and kind of explodes in a shower of pebbles and debris, spraying Edwin a little bit with the explosion of dust and shit. But
Oh,
yeah,
my
so-
eyes.
What the? I didn't know my throw was that strong.
and the goblin's turn. Let me see here. Let's see the goblins.
You listen here, little shit. Don't do it again.
He's like, ah, no, don't do it. He just, like,
Malaka.
just picks up the knife. No.
He stands up using half his movement and gotta roll.
I like how he just looked at Edwin and was like, well, shit.
Yeah, well, with that roll, he jumps up onto Edwin and bites into his arm with a critical hit.
What?
Yeah.
I hate
Yo,
this
this is one
little
feisty
goblin.
archer.
I know, this little goblin
He
is like...
what? This
Give
little
me a
shit.
give me a perception check, both of you that are
Okay.
right next to him. So, Stormborn and Edwin.
No, don't do it. Perception.
I'm
That's
pretty
12 for me.
perceptive this time. 19.
19. Okay. First off, this is a female goblin that you
Oh.
see. She's got a couple trinkets all around her neck and stuff, but she bites down and deals 5 points of damage to you, Edwin. Right, like literally, she clambers up your body and chomps on your neck, trying to rip your throat out. And she's
That's
scratching
nice.
with her claws, and it's terrifying and terrible all at the same time.
Right.
With that, it's Stormborn's turn.
What the actual fuck am I watching?
Goblin porn. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
step up. And I'm going to attempt to rip this goblin. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. If I rip him off, am I gonna open his like fucking artery or something? I'm gonna try and
All right, make an
Ah.
athletics check.
okay.
Oh my God, please just mount in this goblin already. Let Tyr
Well,
judge you.
It's a 7? Yeah, 17.
17. Oh, you rip it off easily. From it being dazed or whatever, it's barely clinging on. It's trying to do as much damage with its claws and its teeth as possible, so it's not really
I
even
hold
hanging
this
on.
tiny little shit up by its legs, and I swing it like a bat against the rock.
Oh my god.
Give me a dice roll.
Oh, we're
And
literally
I get
beating
disadvantage on my dex check here.
this little thing is getting beaten to death against this Ron rock.
I know, right?
14.
14 versus it's 14. So it's a tie. So you go to slam it against the rock, and it uses its feet to absorb the entire blow, and it's kind of you're kind of haven't been able to crush it, but it's kind of holding itself there. Edwin, it's your turn. The female goblin is literally planking in between his hand and the rock, making a very nice cutting surface. But it's up to you what you want to do.
Cleave
excellent.
him.
Hi, welcome to Edwin's cooking show. Right. I am going to make a small incision on the goblin. Is the bless still working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, what a shame.
Less up to a minute.
Yeah, it's
Right.
10 rounds of combat.
I'm just gonna go for a standard hit. I don't need to do too much to him. Oh.
But that
Plus
misses.
5. Right. Yeah.
That is a natural one. So you go. What are you trying to do? Cut him in half?
I was trying to do he was literally just lying there, so I just go to slice him.
Yep.
But
And
apparently...
you literally with that natural one, you bring your two-handed sword down and go kang into the rock, jarring your hand and losing your attack for next round.
I just give him this
Oh my
weird, like,
God.
cock of an eyebrow, like, come on now, man.
All right, Thrug, it is your
Oh.
turn.
If I do an Eldritch Blast, am I gonna hit Connor or something?
No,
I mean,
probably not unless you roll a 1.
I mean,
don't
is
know.
With a roll. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna try
Eldritch
Is this
Blast.
Come
Add
on,
your
Thrug.
D4.
I believe in you.
Add your D4 to it.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, that'd be an 11 plus.
1.
So a 12 plus 5. So
That
He's
hits.
also being held in place. Yeah.
That hits. That hits.
Oh,
Roll a
thank God.
D10 for damage.
Oh, thank God. D10.
Oh, 10.
Oh,
Hey!
full damage.
So that would be a 13.
You vaporize this thing. You basically shoot a blast, Eldritch blast through it, and where its legs were pushing against the rock, and Stormborn's arm was holding the scruff of its back, the rest of the body disappears in a spray of blood, and all that's left are the goblin's feet that are now slowly falling to the ground, and like a piece of clothing that Stormborn is holding on to. The goblin is no more.
Are we,
Wow.
are we in the splash zone? That's what I need to
Oh,
know.
the Stormborn definitely is. As red gore sprays your armor and your face and your arm.
I pick up Throg and I'm like, yes, you have made Tyr happy.
I'm just gonna start scooping the goblin off his face.
Meanwhile, I'm just still
Yeah,
going
something there.
like resonating like a bell. Yeah.
Good word.
just slowly moving to backwards.
That's awesome.
Right. Alright, okay. Let's see what actually happened here.
Well, one of them got away.
Well, I guess it's time to investigate the scene. Because there's definitely a dead humanoid.
Yes.
I'm not.
You guys take a look around. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the road.
Okay. And I will
We're gonna
move
stick
to
around.
investigate the body of fallen comrade of Tyr.
All right. Yeah, so the body, it's a human. He's wearing travel clothing, and he's been stabbed multiple times.
I will search his body for a holy.
All right. You go ahead and search his body.
Well, that's a lot of blood.
That's a
Damn.
lot of blood.
Wow, how much did you get?
I went
stabbed?
0 to 100 real quick.
Wow, it appears that he's been ripped in half. By what?
Squirt, squirt.
Squirt.
Squirt, squirt.
Bloody horses. Bloody humans. Anyway, all right. Yeah, so you do not see a religious symbol on him. The cart looks like it was being ransacked when you guys were approaching, and then they hid. So the cart is pretty much unmolested at this point, besides a broken wheel. The horses are dead. This gentleman is dead as well.
Well, let's look at the cart. Is there anything? What's in the cart?
Give me an investigation check there, sir.
Roger.
And Thrug, why don't you give me a perception check?
Alrighty.
God, more goblins.
It's a cave troll. No.
I'm not very investigative.
I'm not very
I'm
perceptive.
gonna go ahead. Oh my god.
All right, you guys search through the wagon. It literally looks like it is household items. You see furniture, you see chests with clothing, you see bundles of, what you would use to decorate a house with.
He
There,
must have just been moving.
yep, there is a small handmade doll that has some blood on it. That is just off the side of the wagon by this horse here. But besides that, it looks rather intact besides the broken wheel.
So I will pick up one of the bodies of the, complete goblins, not the one that's blown up.
Yep.
Rigid
And
half.
I will put it in the back of the cart, as well as the body of the person who owned the cart.
Okay.
Does anybody know how to fix a wagon?
Nope.
Pages, do any of you know how to fix wagons? Maybe you could walk me through it?
Not really, sir, but I'm sure we can reattach the wheel somehow.
Well, let's try and do that.
Very, very good.
Oh, okay. What I'll do then is I'll pick up the front of the wagon and so that they take the wheel off then. The
All right.
broken one.
Will do. Give me a strength check. And then Stormborn, can you give me a D20 dice roll intelligence?
Oh God.
Check.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself inspiration on this one.
Well, I have got 21 now.
All right. You lift that wagon up, no problem.
Okay, one of those is a 19, so I think
right.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's rather simple. It looks like the wheel came off the axle. You slide it back on. You find a twig and kind of hammer it through the spoke to kind of keep it locked on. It's not a permanent fix, but it should be enough, to be able to get it wherever you want to take it.
We have no horses, but I am strong like bull. Does it look like do I feel like I can pull the cart?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
can't go very fast with it, and you have to, be careful with it to not hit any potholes or ruts. But you should be able to move the wagon.
We will take the cart, the body, and the goblin, as insurance, so they don't think we killed this guy. And we'll try and find out if he has anybody that we next of kin or something we can give the cart to.
Before we go, should we check out the fire?
Oh yes, that's very important.
There's a fire?
Point. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't remember? We saw that giant flame.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Wow,
you're a perceptive kobold.
So yeah, so
Not
this
really.
it's not necessarily a flame at this point. It's kind of like a smoldering, what was a fire. But you do see another body in the fire. One is of a goblin, the other is of a humanoid. If you want, you can roll an investigation check to kind of decipher maybe.
Right, who's got good
Who's
investigation?
got the best Who's the most investigative?
I've got a -1, so it's not me.
I'm gonna hope it's Connor with intellect.
No, but I'll go ahead and try it if you want to assist me with it.
I mean, I could use my inspiration to try and do it or something.
I'm not very investigative. It's
none of
being
us
pretty
are, I
bad.
don't think. Do you have
Being
zero?
pretty bad.
Do you have a 0?
I have a 0, yeah.
Yeah, we're all at 0.
I'm at minus
Ah,
one.
you know what? You know what, Connor? Let me use my inspiration, see if we can figure out what the deal is. I'm guessing it's his daughter. I had to guess, but we'll see.
That would
Aw.
be very graphic.
If that's the case, we need to get that body.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of. Let me see. Come on,
I
come
feel
on, one of these be good.
You
Oh
got
my
six-
god,
Yeah.
they're both sevens. They're both sevens.
They're both
Oh
sevens.
god! Wow,
That is amazing.
Well,
that was very.
even while not
inspiring.
knowing what the body is, the human obviously wasn't a goblin. Feel like
No,
I
it was not.
feel like I could decipher this. So
You-
I will reach in and try and pull the body out gently as I.
Yep, you manage. It's kind of a gruesome thing, you grab on to the charred legs and pull, and the skin kind of pulls with you, and but you manage to remove the body from the smolder enough. You can tell it's a woman, adult woman,
Oh.
that is dead.
Pages, is there any cloth or something from the wagon? Big,
Yeah, yes, there's
big tarp.
yeah, there's a covering, so they bring that over. They basically uncover the wagon and bring that over.
Could you lay it down so I can wrap this body up?
They do that, and
I wrap it up
we'll
and
wrap it up for you, sir. No need to bother with that. We'll take care of that.
thank you, Pages.
As they go to puke. And yeah, and so that's that basically is what's going on over there by the fire.
Okay. Well, we will take the wagon and we will put these poor souls to rest.
Can your like you little people like clean like our armor? Because I'm guessing we're pretty much covered in. That.
We'll do that when we go to bed.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Like the...
So you guys basically leave the horses behind, and you're going to be taking. Oops, no, put that down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be toting the wagon.
All right, tote the wagon. All right. You guys basically end up pulling the wagon. You get to the crossroads. You see the way to Phandalin. Are you taking that route?
I think
Most
the direct
definitely.
route. Yeah.
Okay. By the time pulling the wagon slows you down slightly. You guys are maybe you come over the hills, and in the distance, you can see Phandalin. It's a city nestled up in the start of the hills. It will be way past dark when you get there if you wanted to continue on through, after sunset. It's up to you.
What do you think, Pages? Do you guys think we're safe to go through the night to
Well,
Phandalin?
I prefer to stop and take a break, but obviously you can do whatever you wish, sir. We'll follow your lead.
I want to make your guys' lives as comfortable as mine, so we will take a rest.
Oh, thank you, sir. We'll make camp. Would you like a fire?
Small, please.
Very good. Each of you, by the way, 100 experience points each
Yay.
All right.
for the goblin attack.
Fucking goblin.
They're not that bad, sir.
Tell that.
It
to
was
the
just
woman.
that one.
That
I
one
know,
at the
right?
end.
That one goblin.
Yeah.
One was berserk.
On a side note, how did it become a berserk? Is because like we killed like everything around her, or
I don't know. You have no
Oh.
clue.
Oh,
Why
we
don't
don't
you,
have
why don't you give me a
is that a nature check?
give me an insight, maybe?
Uh,
A nature check.
I mean, like it is. I mean, yeah. Oh, well,
You're not very insightful.
What's my insight?
I think it's a 0 because that's
No,
wisdom.
it's actually a +1.
Oh my god.
7.
A plus
Yes.
1. All right. Yeah. No, you have no clue why. You have no clue why that woman would have done.
Goblin went
That
ape shit.
goblin went ape shit. Yeah, exactly. But
Well, while
that
we
being
are
said,
while we set up camp, I will say a prayer of healing for everybody that was hurt.
All right, will do. And your prayer of healing heals everybody what?
2d8. 2d8 plus
I'm-
2.
I'm still full, so it's just for
It's for me and Gary.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys.
Because that goblin, she didn't like us.
She really didn't. She really didn't. I did not think she had that in her.
Prayer of healing, 2d8 plus 2. Go ahead and give a roll. Ooh.
That's
So
nice.
17 hit.
Wow. I think everyone should be at full then, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm full.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really strong.
That's nice to have in downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
in
And
that
even if
case-
you're not, we're probably taking a short rest.
I mean,
Well,
Gary also
I
had
mean-
a second wind he could have used if he wanted, but
yeah,
um,
I use that when I really need it.
will do.
Because
You
okay.
guys managed to make camp, small fire. Is anyone keeping watch?
Oh, well, I
Uh,
think maybe we'll just keep that pattern that we usually have.
Okay,
Well,
Kobold, you'll take first watch then? Me second?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Pages, before we get to rest here, help me doff my armor, and we'll get some much needed rest.
actually, maybe we should make you the last one because after 2 watches, you'll be getting your long rest, meaning you get that heal back again.
Yeah, that's true. If you want to do that, I'm down.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. I'll go second.
Okay.
All right, will do.
So Edwin will go second.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys, take your posts. Who's first? Is that Thrug?
That would be me.
All right.
yeah.
Why don't you go ahead, Thrug, and roll?
That's a 10.
That's a 10. Okay. Yeah. You don't really see anything or hear anything that would cause any alarm. It's a cool, crisp fall night. The mountains in front of you, you can see in some of the moonlight reflecting down some, snow-covered peaks. And it's the mountains are pretty darn tall. Nothing like the broken crags that you've were born with, but these are some tall mountains. Definitely, definitely could have some trouble in them. You may want to stay out. Kind of feeling you're getting from it all. You end up finishing up your rest, your shift. Edwin, I believe you've been woken up.
Yep.
Go for it.
By the way, when I go to wake up Edwin this time, because now that obviously I got Storm asleep here, and I was gonna ask him, hey, Edwin, the other night, did you happen to grab my wrist?
I don't swing that way, dragon.
I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, it's okay, but maybe you just make sure I'm awake next time, okay?
Wait. Yeah.
All right.
He's like a little dragon, isn't he? Like a kobold, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
Yeah.
It's kinda
more like
like-
a lizard.
More
almost.
kinda like-
lizard. Okay.
It's kind of like a humanoid crocodile,
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really small.
but smaller.
3
Nice.
foot.
Yeah, like a caiman. Like a
Oh,
caiman.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
like
he's
a bipedal caiman.
Oh, he's a little.
I'm the guy from the Geico commercials.
Oh,
Not
okay.
that cute.
Okay. Okay. This is a perception, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That would
You're more
be
perceptive than
9.
Tally.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
What would it be?
What? No, I gotta get him.
9.
A 9?
Oh, I got more than him.
All right, cool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I got a 10.
Yeah, so you go ahead and take a rest and watching in the distance, and obviously it's dark out for you. The moonlight is illuminating parts of the background, parts of the surrounding area, but it seems quiet. It's just kind of cool, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And this
Not
is
the
this is
square.
the square of doom. This is for you, sir. Hold on, where is it? Boop.
And I would receive the effects of a long rest now, right?
Correct.
Oh, it is a.
That's kobold.
Oh, okay. I was expecting a lot cuter, but now I just
That is a kobold.
not to scale.
Oh, no, not to scale at all. Anyway,
Okay.
all right. And Thrug, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh. Oh god, he hasn't got much wisdom.
Okay, will do. Yeah, Thrug, you get some badass dreams. Um, Edwin, as you turn to wake up Stormborn, you see Thrug kind of tossing and turning and muttering and like shivering and kind of like that when you see a dog running in its sleep kind of thing.
Aw.
Is kind of what he looks like, but it's definitely not a oh that's cute, look at him run in his sleep. You could tell he's having some sort of nightmare. Um, Thrug, you feel this grip on your arm again, and it kind of moves up your arm to your neck, and it is choking you. And you get the words. Um, you get not really words in your head, more of a feeling of a deep hunger and a hunger for something drawing you towards these mountains. Um, you kind of don't know what, and then you kind of snap awake when the vision shows you of a dragon with serrated teeth, dark in color, kind of come straight at you and eat your face, and pop, you kind of wake up in a cold sweat and a start. And Edwin and Stormborn are kind of looking at you because Stormborn, you were just woken up for your shift.
Oh, holy shit!
Well, I mean, that is that
There's
actually
something
what
wrong, Tier. Or Thrug.
I don't know.
Bad
I,
dreams?
I, 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 I think I'm okay. I maybe. I just I haven't I've been having really strange sleep these last 2 nights.
How strange.
Well, it's kind of hard to put it into words. It's like there's something holding on to me. There's something lingering on me.
Given I'm a cleric, is there anything I would have heard of that's similar?
Yeah, give me a history check. Or well, actually, since you said cleric, give me a religion roll.
Okay. Please, for
well,
the love of... Well, I guess it's not good, right? No. Okay, well... I don't know what you are suffering, but Tyr will show you the way.
Oh, I don't think this has anything to do with Tyr.
Well, I will pray that you find rest. Go
Well,
to
I'm not
sleep,
feeling
Kobold. Your watch is over.
sleep.
okay. Just pretty tired, I guess.
All right.
Good night, Edwin. I will see you in the morning.
And Othric, if you can give me a perception check.
I don't know if I can. Well, I might be able to give one.
Ah.
Okay, that time I did. Yeah, that's a 20.
Okay.
Total.
You hear not too far away from you. Obviously, the fire is burning down. It's not very bright now because it's coming to very late night into early morning. The sun, colors of the sun are beginning to shine in the east across the foothills and the mountains. It won't be cresting those hills for a couple hours, but you believe that you hear the sound of heavy beats coming from somewhere above you. Um,
Mm-mm.
your eyesight picks up what looks like to be a large bird or kind of flying creature, but you can't make out what it is. But the sound carries, and it's quite heavy. Give me a nature check. I'm going to give you a +2 because you're a Goliath.
It's going to be pretty bad. We're at a 7,
A 7, even with the +2. Okay.
even with the
Um,
plus.
yeah, you can't identify what this creature is, but it every beat of these wings it propels it further away from you until you can't hear it anymore. Um, and yeah, and that's about it.
Do I feel iffy about it? Do I feel like wary?
You feel wary because from what you could see of it when it passed into the moonlight or just was outlined faintly by the clouds, the sound of the wing beats made it sound like a large creature. But when you spotted it, it was very small in the sky. You couldn't make out what it was, but you could definitely hear the wing beats um, from whatever height that creature was flying in.
I will wake Klaus, my head page, and I will
Yes, yes, sir.
help me don my armor.
Oh,
I want to be ready for anything that might be in the mist.
oh, right away, sir. It's almost dawn. After that, I'll start breakfast if that's okay with you.
That's
Breakfast?
perfectly fine.
Breakfast, and Edwin shoots up.
Oh,
Um,
gosh.
but yeah, they help you don your armor and um, kind of make breakfast. It's an early morning for you guys as the sun finally crests over the mountains. Lighting up the hills and the lowlands that you guys are in, and yeah, and you see Phandalin ahead of you.
Um, I will eat breakfast and I will get ready to pull this cart to Phandalin.
All right. Everyone, let's see. The cleric and Edwin, give yourself full rests. Thrug, give yourself a short rest. If it makes a difference, I'm not sure if it
All
does.
right, short rest.
I think it does because he had some. He used.
Yeah,
He
'cause
used
spells.
both. He used both his spell slots. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he won't get those back. I don't think.
No, I get my spell slots back on short rest.
Oh, you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, well, that's neat.
That's one of the nice things about a warlock. But you only get 2 of them, so it's like, that's the downside
Right,
too.
so it's
You get 4 at higher level.
Yeah, no, it gets higher. It does get, but like I don't think I get another one until level 10 or 11 it was. I think it's 11.
5.
Yep.
In that case,
All right.
then.
So breakfast is made. Everyone's got their equipment. The pages are actually they pack up camp. They put everything in the backpacks, and they put the backpacks in their travel packs on the wagon.
If you would like pages, you can sit in the back of the cart, on the back of it.
Thank you, sir. And
Next to
why don't
two
you give
dead
yourself
bodies.
an athletics check there, Stormborn, for pulling the wagon into Phandalin.
This is where he gets a 1.
Fucking gonna be garbage. Yeah, fuck me, man. I knew it. 9.
9. All right, that's fine. So yeah, you end up pulling the wagon. It takes a little bit to get it started. The wheel falls off. You guys spend like a half hour to an hour repairing it a little bit more sturdily, and you end up pulling it directly into Phandalin. Give me 1 second.
Crap time.
I'm gonna move these guys over here for a second. And
Oh.
pop.
That's neat.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, pretty lady.
Nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Phandalin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who come from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and of course children. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case the need for arms arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of the town offers modest lodgings and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the town master's hall, is a job board for adventurers. And there is a town of Phandalin.
Oh, wow.
Very, very nice. And with that, you guys are entering from, where is it?
Wouldn't it be the tribal?
The Tribor Trail. Womp. Yep, you guys are basically right there. And that, folks, for the streaming group is where we're going to leave it off for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.